What up, though, fam? It's T with my souls to yours, and we are back with another What Sold video. But first, I have to thank you guys. I am up to 375 subscribers. We getting it. All right, guys, let's get into What Sold. All right, fam, on eBay, we have a total of 8 orders going out for $464.26. These are orders from Saturday, November 8th, and today, Sunday, November 9th. Not too great, but hey, still over a $50 average sale price, so I'm good with that. First up, we have this pair of Echo Track 25 boots going out. These are Gore-Tex. I love picking these up, but actually this is the first time I found them in boots. I usually find them in shoes. If you guys have been watching the videos, you've seen I've picked these up before in the shoe version, and I think I just sold one last week. But anyway, these bad boys only sat for about 3 days, and they sold for $51. I took a best offer. I had them listed for $59.99, and this was a $3.49 Ben's find. Okay, fam, so hear me out. This next shoe that sold, I picked it up thinking it was a pair of Vionic, because that's what the insole said, right? Got it back to the office, did a little bit of research, looked up this brand here, and the brand is actually called Revitaline. Yeah, Revitaline. Anyway, they still sold. They sold on the best offer of $25.19. I had them listed for $29.99, and they probably sat for about 6 months. This next pair sat for a while, fam. These are the Brooks Adrenaline 20s, a little bit of an older model, not the GTS. They did have some wear on it, as you can see, which I always list in my description for customers to be fully aware of what they're purchasing. These sold, I sent out a 10% best offer, and these sold for $26.99. Up next, we have a pair of Red Wing shoes. These are the 1637 model safety toe. This is a women's 10. I love picking these up. Nice little casual sneaker Oxford shoe. And these went out for $42.99. Where are all my old heads who remember these? These are from the 90s. These are some Rockport Pro Walkers. I love these shoes. Nice little leather casual walking shoe. These sold on the best offer of $35.99. This is a new to me brand. Well, it was up until a few months ago. I messaged a lady about another pair of boots on Facebook Marketplace. Went there to pick those up, and she said, I have 4 other pair, and I'll sell all 5 to you for 20 bucks. I didn't even look at them. I think I made a video about a mystery package opening or whatever. But the brand is Crevo. Nice little Chuka boot. They did sit for a few months, and they sold for 25 bucks. These are Cole Haan 4.0 grand. I listed these, and someone immediately sent an offer. But they sent an offer for 20 bucks. And I had them listed for $59.99. And I just kept getting low offers, 35, 31, stuff like that. And I just sat on them. I had them listed for $59.99. I did take a best offer today of $51. And these were listed less than a month. I bought these from my local thrift store for $11.60. And this is our last order going out for eBay. These are a pair of Ferragamo Oxfords. They're woven leather. Nice little shoe. They did sit for a while. They're kind of a smaller size. They're a men's 8.5. And guys, just a quick tip for you. You know, I like to give you some tips. People list shoes as Oxford derbies. You can tell an Oxford from a derby. Oxfords are closed right here. You see that? They have that closed stitch in there. And that's the difference between an Oxford and a derby, because a derby is usually just open tie. So that's that. But these went out on a best offer of 80 bucks. We are now on to our Poshmark sales. We have 4 going out for a total of $234, which is a pretty good average sales price. First up, we have this pair of Asics Gel Kayano 29. That is the model there. These were in very good condition. I picked these up from my local thrift for $10.40, and they sold on the best offer of $38. All right, guys, these sat in my store forever, and I am glad to see them go. I don't pick up this model anymore. They're Air Max, but the model is XC, and they just wouldn't sell for me. So today I took a best offer of 20 bucks, and I don't have to see them anymore. These are a pair of Skechers Go Walk Max. Nothing special, just a little lightweight sneaker loafer shoe going out. They did sit for a minute. I did take a best offer of 31 bucks. Last but not least, guys, we have these Asics wrestling shoes going out. Guys, pick up wrestling shoes, pick up weightlifting shoes. You saw in my last video, I sold a pair of weightlifting shoes for $144. This is no different here. These are a pair of Asics. These are the Dan Gable Ultimate. I had them listed pretty high for, I think, like $170. I did take a best offer after going back and forth. I took a best offer for $145. Got these from the bins for $3.49. All right, guys, we had 4 more sales to creep in on us, bringing our 2-day total to $869.43. We sold this pair of UGG Nora boots. They're waterproof, shearling line, and we took a best offer of $35.99. We also have this brand new pair of Ariat Cruisers that sold for $48.99. I got these from a local thrift store for $10.40. And this pair of Nike Air Max Invigor sold for $36.99 on a best offer. And to cap off our Saturday and Sunday sales, we have a pair of Skechers Glides that I took a best offer on of $30.20. Had them listed for $36.99, and they were a $3.49 bins find. Okay, fam, and that is it. Thank you for tuning in to another What So video. Welcome to my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. It is bringing me a lot of joy right now from a tough week. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys. I hope you have seen something or heard something here that has motivated you, that has wanted you to get up and take a good go at this. It's working for me. It's been working for me for the past 2.5, 3 years. I love it. I'm my own boss. Well, outside of the customers. But I love it. I love the freedom of it. And I love making videos too, surprisingly, because I'm really an introvert for the most part. But if you like this video, guys, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.